Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are doing Tesla stock options analysis. So let's talk about what the standings on options are. Where is the traders sentiment compared to going into this week or starting of this week from the mid of this week? And I'll go over the data and I'll provide you a confluence with the technicals as how things are looking like with the price action, what type of options may come to fruition, where is the trader sentiment, where are most of the traders betting their money, right? And I'll provide my opinion as well, what I think may possibly happen. Now, again, nothing is financial advice, only for education purposes. Please do your own thing. I'm just sharing here my opinion. As I said, we'll be focusing on the options, so I highly recommend that you go to my channel and take a look at this Tesla stock technical analysis video that I have done, and this will give you already a head start on a lot of the technicals understanding that you need. I'll still provide very high level technicals, but everything is in that video if you want to know in depth, and I'll be more focusing on the options in this video. So with that, let's jump right into it. Okay, so real quick, high level technicals. That one red candle is fine with me. This actually is showing me that bulls are still holding a pivot. We are above 20 days moving average. We are also out of that lower moving the channel trend line, a directional trend line. We are out of that already, and technically structure is still bullish on Tesla. There are certain levels like on hourly interval that we definitely want to see Tesla get above as soon as possible tomorrow. That is 185 and 53 cents area, and that will keep it bullish. We just don't want to lose at this time anything below this 50 hours moving average and 182 and 68 cents. Yeah, if as a bull you don't want to see it lose. As a bear, sure, that's the thing. That you know as a bear, this is the trend line you want to stay in. As a bull, you want to stay in this well, wait, I know lines are looking weird here, but what I'm again, check that video out that I suggested. I mean, I can just draw this neatly for you guys. Here we go. We are already out a little bit of that, but that's in the post market. I like to give it more on the regular trading hours, and this is for the bulls. If you want to keep following it, you want to stay above this area. But to put it simply, 182 and above is for the bulls, below that is for the bears, and in the middle is like directional game on either side, provided which close level it breaks, right? 185 and 57 above, we need to see, we will get upside. That's needed for bulls, and for bears, that would be starting off break of 184 and 26 cents, and then finally losing 188 and 64 cents with 50 hours moving average. But anyways, check out my video that I have done on Tesla technicals here. And however, overall structure on Tesla is still bullish, so I'm still in the bullish direction. So that's where we'll start off this video with, and let's talk about the options. And I gotta adjust real quick something here. Here we go. This is the last, was it? Well, sorry guys, I gotta quickly correct something here. All right, sorry, I forgot to update the last day closing price from over the weekend time to yesterday's, so I have updated it now on the chart. So that's the black line here. And yeah, so green are the, well, bright green are the recent calls, current open interest. Dark green are from over the weekend, and then bright red are from puts, which are current open interest, and the dark red are from over the weekend. Okay. So very first thing, I'm seeing the spike that we have on the calls at 200. I'm still seeing that good spike, so that's great to see. And also I'm seeing $185 calls, a good spike compared to over the weekend, and so is at 190. Now, the important thing is that the price moved from this range of 170 almost out and above, right? So where was the price before the weekend? That was at 178 down there, right? And you can see that as well, that around that area down there are a lot of puts, right? But as I said, if we can get above 180, and that's where that trend line is from. So if I take you to the hourly interval, this previous trend line, I said out of this is the structural change back to the upside, and We got that. The calls were still quite a lot at $200. I talked about it, but you can see this cavity down here, right? So puts are higher back here, like 175 and 170, because price was back then what, at 100 and below, just shy of 180, right? So many puts were being played, but technicals didn't confirm that. So all those puts are burning right now for sure. And calls are 185 and 190, good spike, and also $200 calls, right? So as for where the price action is, so if I talk about 180 puts and 175 puts, let's talk about these two first, all right? So 100 and guys, yeah, no, well, forget it. All right, 180, let's start with that. So 180 is on the hourly interval down here, which is at a structural support area, also at our significant level. You can see behind that red line, there's a significant level marked by my indicator. Now, look, this put is only possible if Tesla breaks, which it, well, if it does break below 50 hours moving average, it may come down there, but right now I would give it maybe, let's say, 20% chance of happening. But talking about the 175 puts, now, no, I don't think that's just too low. Like Tesla has to really break its neck to get to 100. Anything below 180, I would say Tesla has to really break its neck to get there, or even 178 below that, I would say. So no, $180 puts, it's a 20% probability, nothing more than that, because structure is still strong and can show strength. It all comes down to if it breaks below $182.64, then possibly $180 puts may come. But what about now the calls like 185, 190, and 200? So 185 is very within reach, like we are very close to it. As soon as we get a candle close or a day close above 185 and 56 cents, and also I would say, let's say above 186 and 85 cents, if Tesla does that, definitely $190 calls are very much in line, right? And you already have them on 185 in the money, then it's very close. And 200 also has a good probability, but well, look, it only has 2 days, like Thursday and Friday, right? So we might run out of time for 200, who knows? Like it, Tesla has to, if let's say Thursday, Tesla gets above this 186 and 89, and even below that, like, 185 and 56 cents, $190 are very possible, the calls. $200 might be going a little bit, just for the sake of time. By the end of this week, we might not get there, just because it's a little bit too far as for the time constraint. But 190 calls are possible, and 100 and maybe 95 also can be done. So yeah, right now there's low interest, but you don't have to pick the ones which have high interest. It shows you where the traders are betting their sentiment, right? But overall, the picture is that, guys, that I see that there were traders trying to play the puts, and that was because of that red candle that I showed you on the daily interval, right? And that, I think, really got the traders in these red candles. They were like, oh wow, it's gonna fall. But as I was saying over the weekend as well, that 178 is, we are still technically bullish though, guys. That's the fine line, 20 days moving average. So bulls held that support, and I think most of the traders were just seeing this red candles and they were like, oh, it's gonna fall, but they didn't see many other things, right? So they just went like, oh, it's red candle. Or some traders maybe like to short, and whatever. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff piling up, and I can show you actually on my indicator as well the short volume percent on that particular day. So you can see there was 36 short volume percent. Even on the next green day, we got 38% short volume. Anything on Tesla above 35 is quite high, and like we are still getting like 37 short volume percent. So you can see that why short sellers were really trying to go more to play the puts there as well, right? But anyways, technicals didn't confirm that, and I still think technicals are strong on Tesla to the upside. So yeah, I I think calls have more chance, and you can see the cavity down here, right? Like, because this was in the cavity. But yeah, it's going against the puts, and it's just more like, I think, I would say, well, as for the sentiment, they both are equally divided. But I think it's going to go in the benefit of calls. But I think I see that little bit more density on the put side, except that $200 calls. But I think the thing is that where we have spike or most interest, those are the ones which are running out of time as well. Like, there's a lot of interest at 200, but it's running out of time. Can it hit by Friday? Well, by Friday, 190 is possible, but that's a little bit too out as well. So yeah. Anyways, looks like equally divided across the board, but most of it is that where there is less interest on both sides, prices staying in that range. And yeah, it's just like teasing the people at traders at $200 call. But Tesla price action is still bullish, and I think, calls will come out winning again, but nothing is guaranteed. Just sharing my opinion. As long as technical stays bullish, we will stay on the calls side. If I gave you the levels on my technical video as well that I did yesterday, and if certain levels break, check that video out, then we might get bearish. But right now I'm still seeing a lot of strength in Tesla stock for the bulls. So, but we'll see. All right, well guys, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, hit the like, subscribe. If you need access to my tools, links are in the description below. I have 2 indicators, 2 bots, and with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.